Turpin, who starved and abused their children for years, have been sentenced to life in prison with a chance of parole in 25 years. The Turpins kept their 13 children in their home, only allowing activity at night. It was reported that the children were only fed once a day and only allowed to bathe once a year. It was January 2018 when life would change for the children. Their 17-year-old daughter escaped by jumping out of a window and calling 911 on a deactivated cell phone. The police arrived at the house and found the horrid conditions, taking bags of evidence out of the home and finding journals the children had written. Both pled guilty, with Louise being quoted as saying, "I'm sorry for everything I've done to hurt my children. I love my children so much. I only want the best for them." The father, David, had their lawyer read part of his statement, which read, "My homeschooling and discipline had good intentions. I'm sorry if I've done anything to cause them harm." The children ranged in ages from 20 to 29, with the eldest only weighing 82 pounds when they were found. It was concluded that many of the children suffered cognitive impairment and neuropathy due to the length and type of abuse. The Turpins were charged with the following: 12 counts of torture, 12 counts of false imprisonment, 7 counts of abuse of a dependent adult, and 6 counts of child abuse. There were additional charges placed on them. The charges totaled 50 in all. David received an additional charge of lewd act upon a child under 14 years of age. The children are doing what they can to move forward from their nightmare, with one even studying software engineering. Some of the children have decided to forgive, but not all. April 20th marked the first day of a 3-day voting cycle in Egypt. Egyptians will be voting on a myriad of issues, including a constitutional amendment that has the possibility of President Abdel Fattah el-Sissi holding on to his position until 2030, a proposal that is not seen favorably by critics. The government is allowing the 3-day period in hopes to maximize the turnout and give more legitimacy to the referendum. To date, there are in excess of 61 million people in Egypt who are able to vote, including women. Parliament voted in favor of the referendum, with only 22 in opposition and 1 vote in absentia. As it stands now, presidential terms in Egypt are 4 years long, with a limit of 2 terms. However, if the referendum passes, President el-Sisi's term will be automatically lengthened to 6 years, and he will have a chance to run for another 6-year term in 2024. Other proposals on the ballot are amendments which introduce 1 or more vice presidents, a revival of the Senate, and a firm quota of 25% women in the lower chamber of Parliament. Critics are afraid this extension will be another drive toward authoritarianism. This referendum comes 8 years after an uprising which overthrew Islamist President Mohamed Morsi. As the Yellow Vest protests go into their 23rd week, there is a new cry going up from the people in the wake of the Notre Dame fire. "Look at me, I need help too." This is in response to President Macron's announcement that the cathedral will be rebuilt. The protests about rising unemployment, high taxes, and diminishing buying power are only a few of the grievances the protesters have against President Macron's government. What started out as peaceful protests have been tarnished by violence and a movement that is divided on how to proceed. As always, thank you for watching. If you like the content you've just seen, don't forget to hit that like button. We can continue the conversation in the comments section below. Any and all sources used for the video can be found in the description, as well as links to the blog and how to support the channel. As always, stay skeptical, never stop asking questions, and always look for the truth.